નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. Standard 9th, Subject Science, Chapter 2nd, Is Matter Around Us Pure? Dear students, what is matter? What is matter? Matter, anything which occupies space and has mass is called as matter. How do we judge? How do we judge whether judge means decide? How do we judge whether milk, ghee, butter, salt, spices, the flavoring food, mineral water or juice that we buy from the market are pure? Some consumable items. See, these are consumable means that may be eaten or may be used for cooking the food. Some consumable items. Have you ever noticed the word pure written on the packs of these consumables? See, look here now. Pure. Here also pure. For common person, pure means having no adulteration. Adulteration means impurities, adding any other substance. ADULTERION, adulteration, having any other impurities. But for a scientist, all these things are actually mixture of different things. Different substances, hence are not pure. But for the scientist, everything are made up or mix up of any other substance. For example, milk is actually a mixture of water, fat, proteins. So that is why milk is a mixture. When scientists say that something is pure, it means that all the constituent means component of a whole or part of a whole, particles of that substances are same in their chemical nature. For example, see the gold. Gold is only a pure. It does not contain any other atoms. Okay? So, a pure substance consists of for a single type of particles. As you look around, you can see that most of the matter around us exists as a mixtures of two or more pure components. Components means small part of large entity. For example, seawater. Seawater is a mixture of salt and water. Minerals are a mixture of quartz, mica, feldspar. Soil is a mixture of some organic substances, gases, liquids, minerals. So like this, are all mixtures. Now, what is mixture? When two or more substances are mixed in any proportion, it is called as a mixture. See, when two or more substances are mixed in any proportions, it forms a mixture. Mixtures are constituted by more than one kind of pure form of matter, known as a substance. A substance cannot be separated into other kinds of matter by any physical process like heating. So like this process cannot be done. Okay, we know that only the physical method. We know that dissolved sodium chloride, like brine you are saying, can be separated from water by the physical process of evaporation. See, you know that what is evaporation? Earlier you learned what is evaporation. The liquid changes into vapor is called evaporation. Correct? However, sodium chloride itself is a substance, cannot be separated by the physical process. Sodium chloride, sodium and chlorine, it is a chemical compound. Into its chemical constituents, sugar is a substance because it contains only one kind of pure matter and its composition is the same throughout. So, these are pure substances. Soft drink consists of water, carbon dioxide, flavoring, colorings, and soil are not a single substances. Whatever the source of a substance may be, it will always have the same characteristics of properties. Therefore, we can say that a mixture contains more than one substance. Now we will study about the types of mixtures. So there are two types of mixtures, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Okay. Now we'll study this activity. Let us divide the class into groups A, B, C, D. Group A takes a beaker containing 50 ml of water, one spatula. Spatula means that spoon used for lifting and stirring the food. Spatula full of copper sulfate powder. See the copper sulfate powder I will show you here. See this one. This is a copper sulfate, blue in color. And this one is potassium permanganate, dark purple in color. Okay. So copper sulfate powder. Group B takes 50 ml of water and 2 spatula of copper sulfate powder in a beaker. See, group A 50 ml, group B 2 spoon, 50 ml only 2 spoon. Okay, group C and D can be take different amounts of copper sulfate and potassium permanganate. So that we have already said, or common salt. Mix the given components form a mixture. To form a mixture. Report the observation on the uniformity in the color and texture. So what is the answer? So your answer is, reply is like this. Group A and B have obtained a mixture which has a uniform composition throughout. See, in group A and B you have seen uniform composition. So such a mixture is called as homogeneous mixtures. See, homogeneous mixture, HOMOGENUS, homogeneous mixtures. Some examples are here: salt in water and sugar in water. Now, compare the color of the solutions of the two groups A and B. Answer: though both the groups have obtained copper sulfate solution, but the intensity, deepness of the color of the solution is different. So this shows that homogeneous mixtures can have variable composition. Okay. Now see, the group C and D have obtained mixtures which obtain physically distinct parts, separate parts, have non-uniform compositions. Such mixtures are called as heterogeneous mixtures. See the spelling, HETERO. See, heterogeneous mixtures. GENEOS. So examples are mixtures of sodium chloride and iron filings, salt and sulfur, and water, oil and water are examples of heterogeneous mixtures. Sodium chloride and iron filings, salt and sulfur, oil and water. So these are all the examples of heterogeneous mixture. Now we will discuss the activity 2.2. Let us again divide the class into 4 groups A, B, C, D. Distribute the following samples to each group. Few crystals of copper sulfate to group A, 1 spatula full of copper sulfate to group B, chalk powder or wheat flour to group C, few drops of milk or ink to group D. Now, the question is, each group should add the given sample in water and stir properly using the glass rod. Are the particles in the mixture visible? The question is given. Now what is your answer? The particles of mixture are visible only in the group C. Only in the group C. Now next, direct a beam a band of light straight. We are next. Yes, rays of light from a torch through the beaker containing the mixture and observe from the front. Was the path of the beam of the light visible? Yes, the path of the light is visible in the case of groups C and D. The C and D. Now next, leave the mixtures undisturbed, not to disturb, for a few minutes and set the filtration apparatus. Is the mixture stable? Stable means standing as it is, or do the particles begin to settle down, come down? So, what is your answer? Yes, the particles settle down after some time in the case of group C. Now, next question is filter the mixture. Is there any residue on the filter? Residue means some solid substances. Yes, we found that residue will be left on the filter paper in the group C. Okay, discuss the results and form an opinion. So, what is your inference? So, our conclude is that groups A and B have got the solutions, group C has got a suspension, group D has got a colloidal solutions. So, now we shall learn about solutions, suspensions and colloidal solutions in the following sections. Okay, dear students, this all we will discuss in the next classes. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.